Hey everybody, this is Krome and this is Prospect Magazine TV. Coming to you from Toronto, Canada. It is below zero outside, and that's my ass is up in here. Anyway, I got a very special gift today for you guys. It's a young man that I met about a year ago. He contacted us and he was doing this 3 or 4 thousand fucking mile on his motorcycle from New Orleans across the country, and he wanted to come visit us. Unfortunately, I had caught COVID and I didn't get a chance to spend time with him. But I've been admiring his work on YouTube and just admiring his work on all the social media. And I got to say, this young black man, I'm just really proud of him on some of the things he's doing. You know, we kind of passing the torch to him, like I told him earlier, talking to him. And he's just doing some stuff. He's getting up and he's riding his fucking bike. He ain't fucking around. He even came up here not knowing what to expect of the Great White North. And it was so nice meeting him. And I took him around for a little bit, but he's definitely going to come back again. He's a member of the Rare Breed Motorcycle Club out of New Orleans. I think he's his life. He's an educator. He's teaching young kids how to be better men and women, better women. He's teaching high school or grammar. He's going to explain all that. And we call him. His name is Ricky Henry, but we call him GQ. Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I'm asking you a question. So how did you get into all this? Riding
Uh,
motorcycles.
the motorcycle game or like traveling or what
All of it, all the above.
well, I mean, we want to go just like way back. I've always had a passion for two wheels. I rode my pedal bike, as a kid, just around the city a lot, and me and my friends would get together, and we didn't just stay in our neighborhoods. We would really like, make sure we had somebody with an air pump, somebody with some patches and a lighter in case we broke down, and some tools, and we would literally ride all over the city. And when I got to college, I got a nice little refund check one time, and I said, I'm gonna buy me a motorcycle. And I bought me a motorcycle, and I rode it, back and forth home while I was in college. And then as I got older, uh, I joined my first motorcycle club, and we took a ride about 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 5 hours away, and I was on a CBR, Honda CBR 1000, and I came back, and I was like, I didn't really like. I can do it, but I didn't like being, crunched up like that for so long. And I did another trip on that same Honda, and then at that time I said, you know what, I got to get something else. And so I bought my first Harley, and it's been on ever since. I watched a lot of people on YouTube, and to help prepare me a little bit mentally. And I noticed that there was a gap with showing people what it's like out there on the road. Um, People that I saw online, they would talk, but I never would see them on the bike. So I took a lot of from what I saw. I took, something, a few things from the few people I did see riding. And then I was like, okay, well, I think that I got some information, I got some things to say, and I want to show it and document it and put it out in a meaningful way.
Well, like one of my club members, the biggest problem that you and I had was miscommunication because I guess you were talking to one of my club members, and then
Mm-hmm.
later on he told me that you were coming to visit us, and I wish that you had my number instead because he's a lawyer and that man is very very busy, and
Mm-hmm.
it kind of got kind of crazy when you got here. We didn't get a chance because we could have put you up and everything. We had a clubhouse with a small club. We just got a 4,000 square foot one, a bigger one. Well, we could have put you up, but I had COVID,
Right.
and that was a mess. I was sick as a dog when I saw you, but it wasn't fair for you to come all the way to Canada and me not talk to you and shake your hand. Anyway, I you know it's funny because you're in education, right?
Mm-hmm.
And mostly people who travel to Canada, especially black folks, they're all in education. Now, this social platform that I started invites everybody because a lot of people of color don't know anything about Canada, not knowing that we actually black folks even up here. How did you find out to come to Canada in the first place?
You know what? It's crazy. I was watching uh Big Sal. I was watching his live, and you guys were on. It was like your whole camp, and I was like, man, that's dope. And so I started following a couple of you guys on social media, and I was like, I gotta meet y'all. Like, I mean, it was always a goal to just ride somewhere in Canada, but when I saw that there was a African American motorcycle presence there, I was like, I had to meet y'all and talk to y'all, and it was always one of those things where it's like, they got some guys up there, and it was a mysteriousness about it, and I was like, I gotta find out, I gotta see, and so I had some days off, and I got on my bike, and the rest was history.
Well, it's not just you. We had a lot of people from LA, Atlanta, Milwaukee, and Memphis coming to visit us, and they kind of all said the same thing you said. We kind of saw you on YouTube, we saw that, and we just, we ran out of places in America to go. Some of them we ran to Alaska, but the thing is, they ran out of place to go, and actually, Canada is not as far as Toronto. Canada is not as far as they thought they were.
Right, right.
We're the first black motorcycle club here. There is black people who ride motorcycles, but not on the black side. So that's what we tried to start here. That if people, that's what they're used to, that's what they want to be around. We gave them that atmosphere to be at. That's what we did this 14 years ago. It worked out fine for us. And social media, it has helped a lot. A lot of people come visit us. So I can't tell. So tell me something. You ride a beautiful motorcycle, and the club you ride with, I heard for years. You guys are a custom motorcycle club, mostly all men of color. Tell me why you picked that organization to ride with.
Excuse me, could you repeat that one more time?
Okay, so you ride with a motorcycle club,
Mm-hmm.
and I've known your club for years. And Rare Breed is a custom motorcycle club. I already thought of that. You get the candy store up in LA, and so tell me why you picked that club.
Oh, okay. So great question. I was in my former club. This is Rare Breed is my second club. I was in my former club, and I quickly learned that everyone won't have the same passion, drive, determination, and mindset as you. And so there's no slight to anyone in my former club. I love all of those guys. I keep in contact with them to this day. But at that time, I think that I wanted more. And so in my travels, I would get out and I would ride, and I would ride a lot by myself. And I would always run into Rare Breed, and they would, always show me like so much love, like no matter where it was, whether it was an event, where it was on a highway, I always run into them, and it would always show me love. And I just, I'm meeting these same people like over and over and over. And so I'm getting contacts, and I'm getting numbers and information and things like that. And it got to a point where I was like, man, what do I got to do? Just, because I think this is what I don't say I think, I know this is what I want to do. Every time I'm on the ground and I'm riding, I see y'all guys on the ground and riding. And you're riding a Harley Davidson, which, I'm a Harley man myself. And I want to see what that's a part of. I want to see what it's all about. And the rest was history.
It was about 5 clubs that I've been paying attention to the last 10 years. And, I like the Rare Breed for the motorcycle club, the motorcycles that they ride. And they all had custom bikes. And when I started something here in Canada, and I'll be brutally honest with you, 25 years ago, black people didn't ride motorcycles up here. And me being from the US, my brother used to always build custom bikes. So I used to always buy them and ride them, bring them home here. I've been here 40 years. And I thought, and people used to see me and they used to say, oh, he's just American. That's why he looks so flashy. So I said, but I had guys here that I knew. I said, hey, guys, you guys want to start a club and do this? All of us do this? So I'm just not some fucking unicorn. Rare Breed was one of the models we took as far as the bike part of it, because we always liked your bikes. And actually the whole California set, which you like, it's funny. I was in a meeting the other day, about a month ago, and this guy I never seen before in my life, he's with an outlaw club here, and says, I've been following gypsies for the longest. And it really goes, you guys are more like the California set, the way you guys roll. I go, I guess. But it was kind of a compliment to me in a huge way. Let's get back to you again. So rare breed, you like to ride your motorcycle, and you're an educator, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about that. Why did you choose that profession?
So by trade, I graduated from Northwestern State University down here in Louisiana with a degree in graphic communications, graphic design. And so when I came back home, uh, I was offered a job to teach art initially. And I was like, okay, I'm only gonna do this just for a little while. Then I'm gonna get back to designing, and I'm gonna work for some big firm, and like that was the goal. But that first year when I got into it, I was like, it was rough. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It was rough. It was different, but it was so rewarding at the end of the day because like I truly felt like I made an impact on so many young men and women's lives. I signed up another year. I signed another contract, and then next thing you know, I signed another contract. Then now I'm in year 11 now in education, and I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, this is the plan for your plan to universe plan. Because what this has done for you, it's like you teach your kid, you inform and inspire, and you're still teaching by doing what you do now on the motorcycle. You didn't even know that. After this video has been going to be shown across the fucking globe, there'll be some young men and women who taking a look at you and say, "Wow, if he's doing it, I can do it." And you're from, I don't know if you're from New Orleans, or you're from a small town in Louisiana.
Actually, in New Orleans, like
So it must have been amazing for you to go back and tell them that your adventure driving here and actually driving across country. Now you're international motorcycle rider because you've been to another country riding. And after this, next thing you know, you will get some money together and you'll get up, jump on a plane, fly to Italy, and ride motorcycles through the Alps. I have a female in my club. She's done all that from South Africa to Italy, South America, and Europe. She's ridden. She would fly and just would like to ride a motorcycle. And then one little thing, you come here has opened up your world a lot larger than it's always been.
right.
Even your social network has gotten bigger, and that's what motorcycles do. Like I've never really been. I've never been to New Orleans, but I've been all over the U.S. But that's one of my next places I want to go because you met Isis in my club. He had an amazing time there, and yeah. So
definitely enjoyed him. Definitely
so
enjoyed.
so where's your travels next? Where's the next place you're going? What's your plan for next summer?
Okay, so
Visit us again.
and so I actually I've been talking with Q Q so I've been talking with him to come up there with him, and
But they had a blast up here. Yeah, they had a blast up here.
we're gonna do that ordeal and go back up that way over towards Nova Scotia. And I want to do, well, I don't say I'm gonna do Harley Davidson homecoming as well. Also go over to Sturgis before Sturgis rally, but hit the Sturgis area, $1 Million Highway, Black Wall Street, and then circle my way back home. In May, I'm trying to get out to the West Coast for Road King Day by On Ground Clothing. They put on like little bike ride, nice little a day ride, a day event, mainly featuring Road King. So I want to take my Road King out there. And other than that, wherever the wind blows, the wind, the time, and the finances allow me to do, I'll just drop a pin on the map or call somebody I've met and say, hey, what do you think about this? And let's do it and let's go.
I hope you document it because you documented your last trip, and that little short video was really good. I wish it was a little bit longer, and because my friends up here, one of my friends has a film festival called the International Motorcycle Film Festival, and they show really cool documentaries and films. And I was hoping you put something together, maybe a 60 minutes, something like a documentary film, because you can edit really good, you do your films really good, and maybe tell a story and tell your whole story. That would be really cool. And actually, I can submit the film to him, and most likely he'll play the film at one of the theaters. Because what they do is he gets films from all over the world. You would not believe he rides fucking motorcycles. He had one amazing film, but this African lady was a cab driver, and she bought a motorcycle. She rode a motorcycle all across Africa. It was really cool to see. And you have a story that is pretty cool. You know, you don't think so because you live it every day, but you got a really, really cool story. And what if you did a documentary film on yourself, a little boy coming from your small town, all the trials and tribulations you see your family go and got you on motorcycles? Because I can see right now the smile on your face when I saw you riding your motorcycle, that was your happy place.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything else you do in your life, besides maybe besides your children, that was your happy place. And that's something maybe you maybe could think about. Let an old man give you some advice because you got an amazing story, and that's why I wanted to put you on this platform. I'm trying to think what else I can ask you. You know, I had a million questions to ask you and talk to you about, but now that I see you, you know, it's different. Oh, you look very young. I can't really tell how old you are. How old are you? You mind me asking?
I'm 37.
Yes, yeah, you know, 30, yeah. My sons is just a little younger than you. But like I say, I admire you being because you got some ambition, brother. You just keep it up. Don't ever just keep up this ambition. And I'd like to see that. And we can get more young people doing the shit you do. Man, this whole motorcycle community we have probably be a lot better because it gets boring. I have a friend, she's in South Carolina, and she remind me of her, and she rides, and she saw us in social media, and she jumped in her road glide and drove up here all by herself, right? Not knowing any of us, and we have a blast. And now she's part of our Lost Gypsies Nation family, and it's all cool. And so are you. You're the same. You're part of our family now, and which is really cool. And what you do is inspire all the other young men in my club to get off their asses and ride motorcycles. And sometimes get in the club, just go riding, ride in fucking Texas, ride in Arizona, just go riding. When I was your age, I did that. I used to do it by myself. I used to go to all the roundups all by myself and meet my brother in Chicago. And no matter where it was in Las Vegas, I used to do that. And I come back and I tell these stories. And actually, I don't think they really believe me. Now that they see guys like you that their age, that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time up because I know you just got off work. And you're probably happy to see your family. You probably was some downtown with them. But yeah, it's so happy. I'm so happy that you decided to even speak with us a little bit. And we hope to bring you on my show again. If you got something that's important that's coming up, please let us know about it. Now, tell us a little bit about your website and your brand.
Okay, so right here, you can kind of see it in the background. It might be flipped on you guys' screen, but it's called the Peace Army, and it's this helmet with a peace symbol, and the Peace Army was born out of my travels on the road. The Peace Army is about meeting people with peace, love, and joy every time you encounter somebody, not just on the road, but just in life in general. But it was born on the road. I've made so many great friends. I don't even call some of them friends, but like family out there. And I found that if you truly engage people with those core tenets that I believe in, peace, love, and joy, like it's a bond that is really hard to break. And everybody, it's not just relegated to people who ride motorcycles. It's anybody can join the Peace Army or be a part of the Peace Army. The Peace Army is an ideology. The Peace Army is a way of thinking. The Peace Army is a way of life. And I hope that I can inspire people to do the same, to engage with people with peace, love, and joy. Because especially being on in the motorcycle community, in the motorcycle set, motorcycle clubs, and things like that, you can be in places where or meet people where they're not as inviting, they're not as warm, they're not as comforting. You can run into some people who will just sit over there and just look at you like you're the scum of the earth and you've never met this person a day in your life. But I truly believe that if I, the person within me, have an aura or an energy of peace, love, and joy, then hopefully that will sway that person to like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I need to look within myself, because is it really that serious for me to be frowned up, or is it really that serious for me to be this kind of way with everybody who I meet, especially on these two wheels, because life is extremely short. I've had two near fatal accidents, and I want to live my life peacefully. I want to meet people peacefully. I want to spread love. I want to see joy in people's faces when we do something together or when we go someplace together. Like when I took Ice, when we rode around and, I took him on Bourbon Street and he's looking at, these signs, and it was the joy. And I truly believe if I was a person who did not lead with that kind of energy, we wouldn't have that kind of connection to this day.
Well, it's funny because I designed a patch called the Black Unity Patch, and the only reason I designed it because I was talking about all how I was listening to all the stuff that happened in the U.S. all hostility between black men and black clubs and all this stuff, and I was just sick of hearing it. So I designed a patch and saying like, what, guys, we got enough problems just be people of color trying to keep jobs and take care of our children, and I don't understand the hostility and the mean mugging. And you're right, and I'm on the same mission you are, to be honest with you. And that's one of the things I noticed. I noticed the Peace Army and the message you're trying to put out there to us as a black community is peace, peace, and love, which a lot of black men is so angry about so many things and angry about maybe possibly the way they grew up. I think a lot of it has to come from the home. You just don't wake up being mad at the world. I don't know why. I think, maybe they got a mad mother, a single mom just mad and makes them mad. You deal with it every day in your school. And they get older and they see you and they're jealous and envy. Why is he happy? I don't like him being happy. I'm unhappy. I'm gonna put him in a place that I'm at. So a lot of guys don't see what you're doing. They think they're just like them. And what it is with my Lock Tipsy's Nation, we definitely like to see peace and love with everybody, especially in the Black biker community. Because and not that we're afraid of anything. Right. It just takes it takes too much energy to be angry.
Too much energy,
There's a
exactly.
lot of energy to be happy. It doesn't take that much energy to be happy.
Right.
And that's about it. So hey, my friend, and it was good talking to you. And I'm really looking forward to shaking your hand. And I'm looking forward to. I'm not sick, or none of the guys are sick. The next time we decide to come to Toronto, we're planning a trip to go to Memphis, Tennessee, to the National Roundup.
Okay.
And I kind of put that out there, and we're all going. We all set up, and Q and the guys at Raw Iron, and that's such an amazing, amazing club. And those guys came up here, they had us laugh, and we laughed all weekend. And they're such an amazing club. And we usually parlay with clubs like that, who just like us, having fun, having some barbecue, talking about our kids, have our ladies there. That's the kind of clubs that we like to be around. And we like clubs that are very positive. All the negative ones, what, do you? Either you can join us and be like us, or I don't know what to fucking tell you. Because all we do is having fun here. We're having a lot of fun. Anyway, my brother, I'm gonna let you get back to your family. And I just wanted to holler at you for a minute. I wanted to bring you on here. You got a lot of good things going. I think that, if you ever want to hook up with you or anything like that, as far as your email address or your Facebook, it's called Peace Army, right?
So I have my YouTube is just GQ, JUSTGKUE. I am on Instagram as well as just GQ, and my website is peacearmy.creatorgood.spring.com. And I mean that's pretty much it. And the quickest way, the easiest way to contact me, I would say, is through Instagram. Just send me because my profile is wide open. You can send me a DM. I talk to people all the time. I answer questions, and whatever. I'm pretty much an open book. And I just hope that I can just inspire people to get out and ride, and not just ride, but like really get out of your comfort zone. Like really do something different for you. Really push yourself to be better. And I'm not saying you have to just do something just crazy and off the wall, but like with Canada, for me, that was different. I was like, okay, I'm gonna push myself because I've never been that far on a bike solo. I've been, I rode, thousands of miles, with a group and with other people, but pushing myself that far solo, it gives me a confidence now that I can instill in other people, like, hey, you can do this too, you know. So but yeah, that's it. I definitely appreciate you guys. Definitely appreciate you for having me. Definitely appreciate you, even though you were sick as a dog, you know, getting out and coming meet me and taking me down to Kensington Market. That was cool. Like I talk about that a lot with my people down here. It's like, yeah, man, it was a nice little dope spot and all kinds of stuff going on. And as far as the film is concerned, I had a part 1 and a part 2, so I can put those both together and make it 60 minutes. So, brother, you just let me know what I need to do, and I definitely can go back and hook that up for you.
So just put it together. Then, if you put it together, I can submit it to these guys. And because I thought you had a great story, you just talked about your trials and tribulations of riding a motorcycle. And I always tell people this: the best part of riding a motorcycle long distance, we all done it with the gypsies, is not really getting to the destination; it's the trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most fun part. You get the problem with the hotels and breakdown. We done
Yep.
all that made our venture more of an adventure because
Yep.
get flat tires. And one of my guys, we were going to Milwaukee, and his engine almost popped off his bike. All the bolts came out of it, and they
Wow.
pulled inside and fixed it. However, he's a mechanic for Harley Davidson, so he was able to take care of that without taking it to where and spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Anyway, man, I want to thank you so much, little brother. We will keep in touch. You're part of the LGN family. You came up here and visit us. You're just an inspiration for guys in their 30s who want to ride. Because I got some young guys in my club, and it was very important and bright because a lot of things too is a lot of the younger guys don't know what to expect up on a motorcycle ride by itself. But that's the fucking part of it.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect. But they think of the worst sometimes, and maybe, I don't know, maybe insecure, whatever it is. But I try to get all my guys on a motorcycle, and I said, sometimes you don't need to be with the president or to be with the club. Definitely, we can't go jump in your bike and just fucking go by yourself. Because my best trips have been by myself, breaking down, and I've been through all that stuff. So I got I've documented everything, and I tell my kids my stories, and they don't really get it because they don't ride motorcycles, they don't get it. But anyway, thank you, little brother. We'll talk. I'll give you a call. I'm going to air this thing as soon as we're done. It'll be on my Facebook and it'll be on my YouTube channel, Prospect Magazine TV. That's what it is on YouTube. Anyway, Ricky, thank you, brother. And God bless you. Stay on that bike, and I'm going to give you a call a little later.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, brother. Ciao.